What it is, y'all, it's your girl Nani, and I am back with another mother trucking video. And today I'm coming back with another story time because I literally just got reminded of an event that took place in my life. And it's actually kind of funny. I have some wings, you know, I kind of been eating on them, so yeah. You know, I'm not all that hungry anyways. I really had a good lunch. This was it. That after work, after school snack, you know, I got my Sprite. If you know, you know. I really want to get into this story time. I'm literally going off the dome, y'all, because I literally just got reminded of the story today. Without further ado, let's just get right into this story time because it's gonna be a crazy funny one. Well, let's start here just so y'all can have a backstory. So growing up, I live in Kansas City, as some of you guys know. If you don't know, now you do. And I used to go to inner city schools. I went to Gordon Parks. If you don't know where that is, you know, search it up. I went to Gordon Parks from K to 5th grade. Then I transferred to a middle school that had just got like placed there, and it was called Hogan. I'm gonna tell y'all the schools now because I don't go to them anymore. Clearly I'm grown, and being grown, and I haven't been in school in a while. So I went to a middle school called Hogan Preparatory Academy. And it was the middle school. They had just opened the middle school up because it was only a high school for years. And it was also a Catholic school. So, but it wasn't, when you got there, it was ghetto as hell. It wasn't Catholic. Just the uniforms wasn't even Catholic.
You can't make this shit up.
I only went there for 6th grade. At the end of the year, my mom decided to move to a more suburban area called Lee Summit. So it's about, maybe the commute from the inner city to Lee Summit is about 15 to 20 minutes. So I was pretty far from the city. Of course we get there fast with the driving, but it's far. Like Lee Summit is like out there, like nobody's gonna want to come see you like that, because 9 times out of 10 the people you know live in the inner city, or at least in the little outer cities that's like very close to the inner city. But Lee Summit was not one of them. Lee Summit was not a like close to the inner city type deal. So literally 2 weeks before 6th grade ended, my mom moved us to Lee Summit. And in Lee Summit, their curriculum is a bit different than the inner cities. They're more ahead, and they're like, they had like a weird system. They went from K to 6th, and then 7th, 8th, and then 9th through 12th, I believe. Wait, no. It was something like that. But like, it was like chopped up, and it was very weird. You know how it's usually K through 5th, then you go to the 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and then you go to that 6th through 8th is middle school, and then 9th through 12th is high school. That's not, now that's how the inner city was, but that's not how Lee Summit curriculum was. Like their grading was different. So it kind of, I didn't get held back, but in a way it kind of seemed like I got held back because I was still in school with kindergarten, like elementary schoolers, when I was really supposed to be in the middle school, but they like combined it, so it was kind of weird. You know, it nonetheless no stress. Okay, so at this point, like, I'm pissed. that's the little backstory of, you know, how I even ended up in Lee Summit. Fast forward to the story. Okay, y'all, so let's start. So this story time took place when I was in 6th grade. It was the end of 6th grade, and I was going to 7th grade the next year. I got accepted into this school. With Lee Summit schools, because I was coming from the inner city, I had no records of ever being in the Lee Summit area's curriculum, schools, none of that. I had no records of ever being in their area. So I guess in a way, I don't know if it was because we was black, because there wasn't that many black people in the school. I'm gonna just say that. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna put that on the table. Let y'all simmer that down.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
But like me, my brothers, and all of us had to move to that school. I went from not being in school with my brothers to being in school with my brothers. So I guess there was a thing where you had to basically test into Lee Summit. However, somehow, some way, my mama, she got us not to take the test. I don't know how. I think my mom's just a real good persuader and negotiator and manipulator. I'm just saying.
You can't make this shit up.
So, we didn't have to take the test. I think I didn't. I think my brother did, because he was he was in a special program and stuff like that and all that. He wasn't special, but he was like in a different like program that helped him out more because he had ADHD and stuff like that. Some of you guys know, but I just don't want to put all his business out like that. He had that and I didn't. I was just fine. I was going throughout school perfectly fine. So, and I don't even think my youngest brother had to take it either. I don't think so. But because of that, y'all, because this is where the story kind of gets a little tricky. Cheers. Ooh. Excuse me. I was able to get transferred the last 2 weeks of 6th grade. And if I'm stating correctly, they let us go through this 2 weeks. Everything was cool. It kind of sucked because it's like I had to adjust and like get used to friends, and then not only friends, but you know, the white folks, and they weren't really welcoming like predominantly black schools. Like this was a predominantly white school, so like of course it was black people, but it was the black people that kind of sounded white, acted white, their aura was screamed white. So, and I'm just like a chick from the ghetto, trying to ball like Carmelo, you know. I'm just chilling, you know, and I'm just a bit more rowdier, more hyper, more like aggressive than, and I wasn't really an aggressive person, but compared to them, I was the more aggressive one. I had a more potty mouth, and I've always had a potty mouth, but like I was always around black people, so they made me feel comfortable like doing it. Like it wasn't a big problem, but for them it really was a problem. Like, and that's why I had to dial it back a little bit as I like started to progress in the Lee Summit area. When I transferred, I only had 2 weeks left of school. So when I got transferred to Lee Summit, my mom, you know, it's a waiting list for that school, and you have to take a test too to get in. I'm not sure about now, but back then you did. So, ooh, the principal of the Lee Summit school, it was called Hazel Grove. I'm sorry, I didn't tell y'all the school. It was called Hazel Grove in Lee Summit. The principal, we gonna was it a female principal? I think it was a female principal. I can't remember. But the principal, he's like, you know, she doesn't have to take the test or nothing like that, but we do need to have a meeting. So, like, I'm so sorry this is all over the place, but just follow me. So, that my 6th grade year at Hogan, I was a freaking rebel. Like, I've always been a rebel, but like, I can honestly say, when you put rebels, little kids who are rebels, feel like they grown in a school together, it's all bad. Like, I was skipping classes, I didn't do work. Boo, it was social hour when I came to school. Like, that's just how I seen it. Like, I was never in class, but what I was gonna do is skip. Okay, that's one thing that I didn't stop doing until my junior year. So yes, I was that kid. I've come a long way. Back when I was in Hogan in 6th grade, this is very like crucial to the story, simply because this is what was discussed in the meeting they wanted to have before I could start school at Lee's Summit. So back when I was at Hogan, one day, I don't know how this came about or whatever, but we were in class, and I can't remember this far. This was literally 6th grade, and I'm 21 now. So in 6th grade, this fine dude had came to our school at Hogan, and we gonna name him Josh. So me and Josh never talked or nothing like that. I had a crush on him. I don't think nobody ever knew, but I definitely had a crush on him. And maybe my cousins knew, because they actually were still going to that school, so they knew, you know. I think they knew. So I think I told them. I'm not sure. I don't know. But like, literally, I was the first girl that ever seen that man walking up into that school. Like, I was literally skipping one day, and we were at the receptionist desk, and when you come right into the school, the desk is right there, and then the offices are like to the right, and like you kind of gotta go inside the office or whatever. But it was a receptionist lady who was cool with all the students, and we used to skip with her. She used to be like, go to class, you gonna get us in trouble. And you know me, I'm like, man, forget all that, they ain't gonna do shit. Like, that was my mindset back then. I was really like that, like talking like that, like I didn't care. I used to hide behind her desk or whatever. She used to let me, oh my god. Look, if y'all know me, I don't know where she at, what happened to her, but everybody know Miss she was the one that saved everybody, okay? Knowing dang well she could lose her job. But that lets y'all know how much of a joke Hogan was. The receptionist lady, you know, me and her was the first ones to see him walk in. We like, she's like, yeah, he a cute little boy. I'm like, baby! With my little 6th grade mind, you know. In class one day, this is like later on into the school year or whatever, but like in class one day, something had happened. I can't even remember. I think we was all like talking shit in the class or whatever, and I don't know how this came about, but somehow I said something about his private genitals, you know, his private area, his genitals. And I can't remember what I said, but they had that motherfucker quoted down, okay? That was literally in my record, my school record, and it was quoted. Like, they literally quoted what I said. So I know the teacher, my teacher, I can't even remember who that motherfucker is. All the bad kids, all the like popular kids was in that class or whatever, so you know, it was just too many of them in one, and that school was super small, so yeah, it was bound to happen. Every class pretty much had the same people in it, pretty much. And we used to clown, okay? We used to clown in class, y'all. So something I said all out loud, because it's always me. I don't know why, but it's always me. I said something about his little his 1 inch wooty woo. And I don't know if it was a shot. I don't think it was a shot towards him. I think I was repeating something that somebody said. I don't know what. But I got in trouble for it. And I got suspended for it. And what's crazy is, oh my gosh, y'all, I faked going to school for like 3 days to a week, I think. I remember that. Oh my gosh, my mom used to go like, we used to live right around the corner from Hogan Middle, so I used to walk to school. I didn't have to catch a bus. So when my mom would leave for work, because she would leave right after we leave to walk to school, yeah, I was suspended for a week. My mama never knew about it. That's just showing y'all how reckless I used to be. And now that I think about it, I don't know, I guess I tried to forget them parts, but now that I think about it, like, I really did, bro. I really did not go to school for a week, and my mama never knew. And that's how this story is so crazy. So fast forward back to, you know, me having to have a meeting with the principal and my mom 2 weeks before school ends. Mind you, my mother didn't know that I didn't go to school for that. I was suspended for that week. My mama, to her knowledge, literally, I never got suspended at Hogan. I got a lot of ISS's that they never told her about, but that OSS that's something I was not gonna do, because I knew my mom was gonna tear my ass up. Or we had a meeting with the principal. I don't think nothing of it, because I'm like, okay, she want a meeting. I don't have to take this test so to get in. So, you know, she just want to probably just see how my personality is, you know, see if I'm a good fit for the school. And that's exactly what she did. She liked me, but not before she had to mention this part. So we're talking, I'm thinking that we're dang near almost over. It's literally just me, my mom, and the principal at the Lee Summit School. She's like, it seems like Nani, well, she said my real name, but y'all know me as Nani. So she was like, well, it seems like Nani is a good fit for the school. However, I'm concerned about this incident on her record.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up.
So I'm like, but whole time while I'm in the office, that's literally in the back of my mind, like, cause she's reading my report, like. So I'm like, ooh, I hope that's not on there. I hope, bro, I hope it's not on there. It was on there. This bitch exposed me. Like, she literally told my mom, like, exactly what I said. And my mom knew nothing about it. Now, if you know my mama, you know my mama was a strict parent. Like, it's the typical dynamic. Rebellious kid, strict parent, only made me more rebellious. But I was scared of my mama. Like, y'all, traumatized. That's a story for another day. She was like, well, it seems like at her last school, she said his name. She said the dude I was talking about, name and everything. That's how I knew, like, somebody, that teacher from Hogan said exactly what I said to that principal. I'm like, what? Like, why would you do this to me? Like, bro, do you not know she will kill me? Like, do you not know this woman will really kill me? After that, my mama, she looked over to me like, she gave me the deathest stare ever. Like, I never, because one, I was in 6th grade. Like, why are you even talking about anybody's genital areas? Like, are you having sex? Like, or what? And I wasn't, but it was just like that's what came out of my mouth at the time. I never had a filter. Just know, when I got home, she told my mama she played it cool in front of the white folks. You know, she had to play it cool. You know, she let me go back to class. I thought she was gonna take me home. So I'm thinking everything cool, whatever. I should have known by that death stare that it wasn't though. Like I should have known. I'm anxious because I'm just trying to see what like my mom has in store for me, because I know it's either an ass whooping, a ass whooping or a ass whooping, you know, like
You can't make this shit up.
but she played it cool though. Like she literally played it cool. She was like, you know, love you, have a good day, da da da. And mom, if you know my mama, when she mad, she not gonna say all that. I get home, I'm chilling. I'm like trying to clean up the house just in case, you know, she come home and that house not clean, because you know how that's how it used to be. You used to try to make your mama happy when you know you about to get in trouble. But when she get home, by the time she get home, the house better be clean. Your bedroom better be clean. Everything better be clean. And I only had like 2 to 3 hours before she got home. So I cleaned up or whatever. Her house was clean. My room was clean. Y'all, she came home. I'm taking a nap or whatever, or like I think I was just chilling in my room, either taking a nap or something like that. I used to take a lot of after school naps, so I'm sure I was taking a nap. I woke up. Yo, why she beat my ass like no tomorrow? Like why did the white bitch have to say something? Why did Karen have to say something? I was cool the whole year. And it's just the fact that like, okay, yeah, I said that, but my mama never knew I had OSS for 5 days. I was just skipping. Like I would get dressed, act like I was going to school, and come back. My house was literally around the corner. She beat my ass like no tomorrow, y'all. That's all I gotta say. But sorry if the story time was all over the place. I just really got reminded of that story and today, and I just was like, I have to tell y'all, because that is like one of the most rebellious times of my life. I first of all, I basically verbally sexual harassed a 6th grader. Got OSS, out of school suspension. Made sure my mom didn't know. Got up every day faithfully like I was going to school and learning a few things and coming back and doing it over again, and tricked my mama that long. And if you know my mom's, like, which a lot of people don't, like, I just don't, I'm real private in those areas with family and stuff. I'm real private. So if you know my mom, we eventually got close. My mom is a Gemini. She doesn't get tricked easily. Like, they're very heady. They're very strategic minded. So it's like pretty much all the air signs are, but Geminis are very like, they know how to use that against you. They also just know how to use it for themselves, if that makes sense. Like, she knew stuff that I didn't even know. Why? How did you figure that out? But I'm telling you, but for me to trick my mom for that long, and it wasn't even for that week, like that was literally the whole school year, because I went back to school after that week of not being at school. Like, everything was kosher up until the last 2 weeks of that school year. And honestly, if I didn't get, and that was nothing but God, I really tricked my mama. Because we had neighbors that would have snitched on me real quick, and they were like family. Like, we was close with them. So like, you know, they used to come into our house, eat. We used to go in their house, chilled. Yeah. And everybody was at work. Like, I really tricked her. I really used to be bad. When I sit here and think back, I was bad. But yeah, kids, don't do stuff like that. Think about it. I'm like 13, 14, and I'm literally out here skipping. I'm sure people have done it before, but for you to get away with it for a whole school year practically, basically. Like, that's crazy. Like, nobody called my mom. I'm sure she got like emails or something, but my mom wasn't like into the portals and stuff like that until like later on when we were in high school. And even then she was barely into the portals because you have to sign in and she got to remember the password and all that. But yeah, I'm just like thinking back, like, bruh, I was really devious. Like, how did you get away with that? I hope this video wasn't too all over the place. I literally just got reminded of it today. And I was like, I need to tell you guys this immediately. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and like this video. And you know, don't forget to follow me on my Instagram. Let me know if you guys would like more story times. I really want to do more story times because I'm not a big story time teller, but I do know that at one time I wasn't a big YouTuber, and now that I'm like, you know, doing it more often, it's kind of becoming more, you know, I'm becoming more comfortable. So if I'm able to tell more story times, I'm sure I'll get comfortable enough to like boom, boom, boom. But I hope it was very interesting for y'all, because I didn't realize, like, now that I think about it, I was a bad kid. I was rebellious. We out.